What can I say? I got the gas blowback rifle, guys, and here it is. We field tested it for the very first time today at ASOBIBA Ikebukuro, and it did amazing. This thing is a goddamn beast. And what is it exactly? So this is a Tokyo Marui CQBR MWS, and we basically changed it all out. Externally, we had the XM handguard, we got the CAR 15 stock, and we also have the A1 grip. And other than that, that's it. But I don't have this on me right now, but we ran it with jungle mags. So for the full Black Ops experience, and it was really cool. Everyone was like really like digging it. They're like, yo, that's so cool. And it's gas, so it's like super cool. And the staff was like, yo, it's the commando. I was like, yo, I feel you got them cool points. And that was that's kind of like the whole point, right? To get the cool points. But yeah, man. This thing is absolutely amazing. And I kind of want to talk about my performance with it and my review about it, just casually with you guys while drinking a beer. So I'm gonna be putting up some gameplay over here, and you guys can look at that while I'm talking about this. So this video is obviously not scripted. I want to talk about the XM4, and then I want to talk about ASOBIBA Ikebukuro, and also CQB, and why I'm really starting to love CQB. I've always kind of loved CQB, but I think CQB has gotten me back into Airsoft. So let's try and do this off the script and have a beer. So first thing is, the XM4 did really well. Obviously, the hardest part about using it is the iron sights. So you guys know me, I'm a red dot guy. I always use a red dot for like everything because I love that precision. But honestly, dude, I actually zeroed the iron sights and actually did the front post and everything for like CQB, bro, like 15 meter engagements or closer. It hit, basically it hit. The only issue I had with aiming down irons was my goggles. So I have like this really bad ASOBIBA mask. So it's like a noob mask and it fogs up a lot. So it wasn't even fog. It was like I was just sweating like a pig. Pigs don't sweat, but I was just sweating, and there was like literal condensation on my right eye where I couldn't see sometimes. Super hot, I was covered in sweat the whole time, so it was a little hard to use irons. But to be honest with you, even if I have a red dot, I end up becoming like that anyway with those, with the ASOBIBA mask, so I can't even see the red dot either. So overall, the experience was really good, and it was hitting, bro. I realize now what people say when you play Airsoft is just point shooting. And you'd be right. It was a lot of, getting the irons up to get in that general area. I had the wide aperture, and then it would just kind of hit. But it became more spammy. Instead of doing 1-2 shots, I did a lot of overkilling because I had to shoot a lot because I couldn't see where my BBs were quite going. I was using the Flame M Tracer, and it was good. It was working. It was shooting rainbows, but it was relatively bright. And yeah, it was a good time. I only had one issue with the XM4, was the Tokyo Marui hop. Maybe it was the gas or the temperature or whatever. It just doesn't lift 2.2 grams as far as I would want it to go. So that's probably gonna be the first thing I gotta change out to get like a nice, get a nice hop up and change the barrel bucking. Maybe the arm or something like that. And then the other issue I had was the weight, but the weight was only bad because I forgot my sling and I was running jungle mags, and jungle mags are pretty freaking heavy when you have 2 mags taped together. But it was goddamn cool. Other than that, I only had one double feed jam, and that was my fault because I did a press check for the video. And then when I engaged someone, I immediately just became the purge. And yeah, I got K'd after that. But it was good. It was very responsive. People loved it. I got that eco boost, and I enjoyed the recoil. It was really fun to use. I did notice that the stock, the CAR 15 stock, with the plate carrier I was using, it would kind of just like, the way I had to aim it, it was like hitting the buckles. So it was kind of hard to get a shoulder. I'm sure if I use my other tactical X-Men plate carrier or chest rig, I won't have that issue. There's a lot of things I have to work out too. I mean, irons are, absolutely covenants, obviously. So it's a little bit lower to use. It's kind of hard to use. But other than my own gears, shortcomings, the rifle itself, the XM4 did a very good job. The sling did come off 1 or 2 times at the beginning, but I repositioned it and it did fine. No jams, no nothing. It was great. It was fantastic, and it was accurate. And I was getting lots of kills and lots of fun. I can't wait for you guys to see that actual video in the future. What I did like about it though was the A1 grip. Like this A1 grip is so much better than the A2. There's nothing stabbing you. It's just a really good grip. I wasn't using gloves, so I actually got like peppered a lot. But it was good. Everyone loved it. ASOBIBA was great. Haven't been there in a while. And yeah, let's talk about ASOBIBA now. So if you ever come to Japan and play Airsoft, whether it be on a trip, on a visit, or you live here, ASOBIBA is like the best place to get started. It's super beginner friendly. Ikebukuro was one of the very first fields I ever went to and I ever played at. And they're super welcoming, it's very good. There's actually a lot of cute girls now. Like they got like cute girl staff, which is weird, because when I used to go back 3 years ago, it was like all dudes. So I don't know, I guess that's a plus. But anyway, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, guys? But it was actually very welcoming. I paid 5,000 yen actually. So that's a little bit expensive because I had to get a member's card again, but it was 4,000 to play on a weekday, it was Monday. And yeah, it wasn't that bad. We played a lot. I was super tired by like 8:30. We played from you get to the store at 4 and they do the rules at 5:30, then you play at 5. Oh, they do the rules at 5 and you play at 5:30, then you play for literally 4 hours straight. Like there was like 5-minute breaks before, and that's a really big improvement because I didn't like ASOBIBA before because of one, it's one of the most restrictive fields, so you're only allowed to have 100-gram BBs. Nobody really protects that rule. You're also not allowed to do any advanced movement. Like you can't really run around, you can't walk, you can't slide. You can't walk super fast, you can't slide. But in my experience, those advanced movement rules, especially walking speed, is hit and miss. It isn't always enforced, and it really kind of depends on the player base. What else is there? The speed isn't really low, it's like 90. So all my NGRS guns are 92, 93, 94. So the only gun I could actually use without using a limiter is the XM4, and the XM4 was about 75, which is pretty good. So that was good. And yeah, they've changed the field out a lot. So one of the biggest issues I have with indoor fields in Japan is that they're not very logical, and we're starting to see this change actually. The first change, when I think I actually have hope with Airsoft now, is that like at the beginning, ASOBIBA was kind of poo because you would pay 4,000 yen for the same time slot, 4 hours essentially, and you would like play 5-minute rounds, and then you'd take a break every 10 minutes, and you wouldn't really be able to play, and you would play a lot of one life game modes, and it wasn't fun. So like you would die right away. There's a few games I had where I literally just walked into a dude's grenade as soon as I started the game, and I just sat out. Luckily, now what they've done is they do a lot of counter-send. Now, the problem we had with counter-send before, which is basically team deathmatch, when you die, you have to go back to spawn and click the thing, and whoever has the most deaths loses. The problem with that before is that the way that the map was laid out, it was just kind of like meet in the middle and just scrap on triangle, barricades. Now it's more logical. There's rooms, there's windows, there's a car, there's more flanking opportunities, there's super close CQB. And the half line for counter send is not the half line of the field. They actually have it a little bit beyond. So it's actually kind of mimicking Breakpoint. If you guys ever watch my content on Breakpoint also has the same kind of game, but they also make the boundaries not the complete half. It's like, you can go a little bit into their spawn. And yeah, there's a lot of good power positions. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of really close engagements that literally like got my fingers. Look at my arm, guys. Like I got peppered. Grenades are really powerful there, I will say. You do need a short rifle. Honestly, the best thing to use there is a handgun. I would not go beyond an SBR at ASOBIBA. And yeah, it was generally a good field, and there was just games after game after game after game. You played 4-round sets, 5-minute break, 4-round sets, 5-minute break. The only issue is I had 0 signal, so I couldn't do anything on my phone. I couldn't fuck around, I couldn't do anything. I just had to like kind of do whatever. But yeah, they also give you free ice cream, which is pretty cool. But anyways, good field. They really have improved it. They have really improved the cost performance, because the biggest issue with Airsoft in Japan is that it's so expensive. And I was so scared of playing Airsoft by myself that, I thought I wouldn't have a good time. Like I'm just straight up not having a good time, I'm always afraid of going by myself, because if I'm not with friends, I'm not having a good time. I'm just not gonna have a good time. And it's just like, I felt like I wasted my money. I'm not rich. So $50 to play today, I feel like I got my money's worth and some, honestly. I will say, it was quite good. And yeah, they take really nice photos too, like really nice photos. I got a lot of nice ones that I get to look back on. But anyways, Ikebukuro is a good 4 out of 5 field now, I will say. You do have to play a little bit like Rainbow Six Siege, but you know, you kind of get used to it. Slow QB. It's a little bit more laid back than Black Fox, for example, where I'm running around and doing all that stuff. But it is good. They don't have that 3-shot rule that Breakpoint has, which is I don't really like that about that place. But I understand why it's there. Anyway, I feel bad because I did a lot of overkilling today. Like I was shooting mother fathers like crazy because I just couldn't see. Anyways, let's talk about why I like CQB now. Well, I've always liked it, but why it's suddenly become a thing. So first of all, playing CQB because it's too hot to play outside. So playing inside is one of the things you gotta do. The second thing is that for someone like me who might have ADHD and really wants to get into the action and make good videos for you guys, easier videos, I don't even have to use a second camera. CQB is like one of my favorite things to do because I can just load up the camera, put on one, and just like use my nice big GoPro, and then that's it. Like this, it's done. I don't have to worry about a scope camera. I don't do any of that. And it's just action-packed all the time if you perform well. And that's the cool part about CQB, because in places like Black Fox, which one life game modes, you have to play your life, and you have to train, you have to like be on point, you gotta like know what you're doing, and trigger discipline and all that stuff. And I actually get to use the tactics that I've done. I actually get to fidget around with my kid. I actually get to do things. Actually, you know, I'm not just sitting around waiting in a bush. I'm not just spraying at somebody far away, you know, hoping for the BBs to hit. You know, it's nice, and I do like outdoor. But the problem with outdoor is that it can get a little stale. Even from not a video standpoint. Like whenever I have to do an outdoor video, it's either something cool happened, or there's a cool story going on, or I somehow pop off. But very rarely I can make a good video about outdoor. Video quality is great outdoor. It's fun, it looks great, it's fun. But honestly, like CQB has always been my favorite to make because there's just so much action going on and it's just pure dopamine. One thing I don't like about CQB is that, you know, when you get hit really close, and I get keloids, so when I heal, I heal pretty badly. As you can see here, I don't know how that's, I just put some olive oil on that. But that's the only thing, but that's part of the game, right? But CQB has just been an experience for me to just have fun, quickly go, and Ikebukuro was like literally 5 minutes away on a train from me, and I'm just like, I can just go and play Airsoft whenever. And I'm actually thinking about getting a, what's the word? They have a monthly pass at Breakpoint, so you can play all you want every weekday for 3 hours, no matter what, and for like $100 a month. So I might end up doing that, just like farm content, just have fun and play Airsoft again. I'm actually like really getting into Airsoft again. I took a break for a long time, and the reason for that was because of money, and 2, because it just wasn't a priority. And I think when I went to go play in Black Fox, and I made that video talking about Airsoft sucks, but I had fun, I think that's when it really just kind of re-sparked everything. And here I am thinking about getting different kinds of guns, and I bought a gas blowback again. It's just been a whole lot of fun getting back into it, and just kind of, you know, as someone who makes content for a living, basically, even my full-time job, I have a full-time job, I also do content and marketing there. It's nice to have something that I can really enjoy. And what I really do like about this channel is that no matter what has gone wrong on this channel, or the algorithm, whatever, you guys always show up, even if I don't upload that often. You guys always show up. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that community. And it's not something I have in my other channels, where it's more short form content. And you know, those people are kind of more temporary, but you guys always show up for the long forms, just to sit and watch me talk, just listen to me talk about Airsoft toys, right? And I've actually been watching Airsoft content, you know? I historically didn't really watch Airsoft content that much. But I've been starting to watch. I've been starting to watch people in the community and seeing what you guys been doing, and I've been having a lot of fun, just like being nerdy again. Hopefully this time we're not going to be making $18,000 worth of purchases, but I think this will be good for a while. But yeah, I had a lot of fun today, and a lot of people say gas blowbacks suck, but I had fun. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around. We have channel member videos up, of course, about the XM4 and so the AK Storm. And we have a gameplay that's gonna be coming up for this, but we gotta do a little bit more sponsor stuff first. So there's a lot of sponsor stuff I gotta get through, but I think that's good for you guys. It's like products that you guys would probably want. And then we'll get back to the gameplays and just kind of get back into a regular thing. We're getting back into this regular rhythm, but actually I don't know about that because I'm about to become really busy with like other stuff. So hopefully we can maintain some kind of semblance of consistency again. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I love you, and watch this video for more Airsoft in Japan. Peace.